Hey guys, welcome to Bloodlines. I'm Olvaar, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can become a Jinchuriki and progress all the way up to stage 4 in the easiest way possible. Let's go. The only tail beast in the game currently is Shukaku, so you want to head to Chakra's Edge and follow this path to get to his arena. When other tail beasts are added to the game, they might have different locations. This is the arena where you can find him. The gate leading to the boss room is closed unless he spawned, which he does at random times. But if you have a Shukaku tail, which you can find as a drop after defeating him, you'll be able to spawn him on your own by talking to the beast tamer. When a tail beast spawns in a server, there'll be an in-game prompt, so be aware that everyone else is going to try to kill it too. I recommend you get some friends to help you with this fight. It's a raid boss and it's not intended to be done alone. You will have to fight a weaker version on your own once you actually become a Jinchuriki. More about this later in the video. Once you defeat a tail beast, they'll be knocked for a few seconds. During this time, you'll have to use a sealing move like Binding Seal on them to have a chance at getting a tail beast soul. Again, this isn't always guaranteed to work. If you're a Senju with wood suppression, you can use wood seal to try sealing a tail beast, which I recommend since you're going to need to do this for a quest anyway. Getting this item is probably the hardest part in this progression. It will probably take you a few tries to get it. If you're Uzumaki, another option available to you is using Beast Extraction to steal a tail beast from another Jinchuriki. Just keep in mind that you won't be able to steal a tail beast from a stage 4 Jinchuriki if they don't have a lot of sin. So to become a Jinchuriki, you will need to consume the soul of a tail beast. We're going to use Shukaku's soul as an example. When you use this item, you'll be stuck in the ground for a few seconds. During this time, someone needs to use Binding Seal on you. Once someone uses Binding Seal on you, there's two things that can happen. It will either fail, in which case you will lose the tail beast soul and some life force, or it can work and you'll become a Jinchuriki. The person sealing doesn't need to be an Uzumaki. Any clan can use Binding Seal to do this. Now for this to work, the person that is getting a tail beast seal on them needs to meet the following requirements. They can't have Archromo's Blessing, and they can't have Rinnegan. That's all there is to it really. In case you're watching this a while after I uploaded the video, make sure to check the pinned comment in case there's any other requirements added or removed. If it's just a small change, I'm probably not going to redo the whole video over it and I'd rather just mention it there. Meeting the requirements doesn't mean it can't fail though, it just means you have a possibility of it working. Here's a clip of me becoming a Jinchuriki immediately after I lost Archromo's Blessing. It's completely possible to become a Jinchuriki early on. The higher the age of the player, the higher the chance of successfully consuming a tail beast soul though. But yeah, as you can see, you can become a Jinchuriki extremely early on if you have help. Anyway, this first stage of your Jinchuriki transformation increases your speed, health regen, and chakra regen. Your M1 skill is a roar attack that bypasses block. Your M2 skill is a grab attack that applies the fire element on your opponent if it lands. Getting stage 2 is probably the easiest step out of all of them. You just need Jin activations. You can use your progression soul you find from bosses or corrupted points to check how many activations you have. When I've tested it, I just needed 31 activations. Full disclosure though, I've only tested it properly on 2 accounts, so it might be more than that when you're trying it. I'm pretty confident it's just activations though, because the second time I tested this, I had done absolutely nothing besides someone a few times. Again, make sure you check the pinned comment in case there's any updates to this. You can get activations quickly by using your mode and rejoining the game or changing server, but you can also find spots to jump out of the map. This will make you respawn and you'll be able to use the mode again immediately. Just make sure you're not in combat so you don't lose life force. Do this at your own risk though, because if you get combat tagged mid-air by someone, for whatever reason, you will lose life force when doing this. The second stage is pretty similar to the previous one. You still have increased speed, chakra regen, and HP regen, the same roar attack on your M1 skill, and the same grab attack on your M2 skill. But you also get special M1s that have really good range. But there's more to the second stage, which leads me to the next segment. Stage 2 has the risk of making you go berserk and transform into stage 3. This happens under 2 circumstances. While you're about to get gripped when you have stage 2 active, and when you have stage 2 active and you're low on health. This isn't always guaranteed to happen. The more activations you have, the more your seal weakens, and the more easily you will go berserk. Think of this third stage as a risk or a downside of using stage 2 instead of an awakening mode. You lose control in this state, and you might not be as effective in battle because you're not able to use jutsu. In exchange, you get access to the Jinchuriki bomb attack by charging chakra and then wanting. It's otherwise very similar to Stage 2, it just has increased buffs to damage, speed, and regen. This power comes at a cost. When the timer runs out, you will die and you will lose life force. You want to learn how to harness this power safely before you wipe to it, which takes us to the next part of the video. So before you fully control your Jinchuriki transformation, you will need to weaken the seal. To do this, you will need to awaken Stage 3 a few times. If you're using your Stage 2 transformation a lot, this will happen naturally as you play, but you can speed up this process if you have someone helping you. Once you've activated Stage 2, get someone to M1 you as much as possible and grip you if you're knocked. There's a chance that instead of dying immediately, you will go berserk and awaken Stage 3. Keep in mind that it doesn't always work. You might get gripped while you have Stage 2 active and you'll just die without going on a rampage. The more gen activations you have, the higher the chance of this happening, I believe, but you don't need a ton of activations to trigger this. From the testing I've done, having Stage 2 active and getting gripped is enough for there to be a chance that you'll awaken Stage 3. Once you go berserk, you have two options. The first one is to let the timer run out. You will lose some life force if you do this, but you can always get life up fruits afterwards and regain your life force. The other option is preferable, but requires the help of a Senju player that has wood suppression. I made a very detailed Senju progression guide explaining how to get this skill, so check it out if you want. Wood suppression is a Senju exclusive ability that allows you to shut down the mode of another player. You're going to use this to your advantage. Your Senju friend will need to use wood skills on you. Each move applies a wood stack, symbolized by a small tree on the target's body. When you have 3 wood stacks on you, they will be able to shut down your mode by using wood seal. Obviously, this is something you want to avoid generally, but in this case, it will save your life. And yeah, you can use this method to avoid losing life force when you go Stage 3. You'll need to repeat this process a handful of times, then you want to head to Rosemary Pit and follow this path. Talk to the small frog statue called Kitora. If you still need to go berserk more, he won't talk to you. But if you've awakened Stage 3 enough times, he will give you a beast key. I only needed to go berserk 5 times personally, but if it's not working for you, just keep repeating the process until you're able to get the beast key from this NPC. Once you have the key, you want to head to the Expanse Chakra Point and follow the path I'm taking. You probably noticed this meditating monk NPC near this waterfall. If you talk to him, he'll give you a hint as to what you need to do to progress as a Jinchuriki. You just need to jump on this pillar, then press K to open up the emote options and click on meditate. You'll enter the subconscious and you'll be able to talk to your tail beast. If you have the beast key, you can click on I'm not scared. This opens up the gates holding it back and you'll have to fight your tail beast to control its power. Now what I just did here is probably the worst way to go about getting Jin Stage 4. You can defeat a tail beast on your own this way. I've seen people do it, so it's definitely possible, but it's way more difficult than it needs to be. If you die here, you'll lose life force and you'll have to age up once until you can purchase the beast key again. To do this the easy way, you will need the help of a Senju player. Have your Senju friend stand on the pillar you're going to meditate on. Then start the fight again like I showed before by using the beast key. The main thing you need to learn in this fight is perfect blocking these punches. If you can do that, you have a really good shot at winning. Again, I'm fighting Shukaku because that's the only tail beast in the game currently. The fight against other tail beasts might be a bit different. If you perfect block him enough times, you'll stun him for a bit and you'll have an opening to attack him. There are some attacks that are unavoidable with most builds, especially in such a small arena. This roar attack isn't one of them though, you can just block it. When you get low on HP, a Senju player with wood suppression can use wood seal on you to heal you back up to full HP. The Senju player can tell from the outside how well you're doing in the fight. The lower your HP is, the more progressed your Jinchuriki stage will be. You can't spam wood seal to heal your friend. This healing effect has a cooldown that's higher than the cooldown on your wood seal jutsu. So make sure you only use it when you really need it. Keep in mind though that there's a delay between you landing wood suppression and your friend actually getting healed. When Shukaku gets low on HP, he will enter his second phase. You can tell he's in this phase because his eyes will start glowing red and he'll attack with a tail beast bomb. Make sure to use Don't Defense if you have it. I don't sadly, so I'll just have to tank the attack, but with the Senju player helping you, it's not much of a problem. Also, in this phase, his punch attacks are much quicker, so make sure you adjust your timing to account for it. And yeah, congrats on getting stage 4. When you're done, just talk to the tail beast to leave. Shukaku's Cloak has 4 different attacks. The M1 skill makes you jump in the air and do an AoE punch attack. If you M1 while you chakra charge, you will do a tail beast bomb attack that applies the sealing element. If an enemy has the sealing element on them, you can M2 to do a grab move. You can hit multiple targets at once with this attack. And if you M2 while you chakra charge, you'll create a sandstorm that also applies the sealing element. Stage 4 also massively boosts your speed, health regen, and chakra regen. And Shukaku's Cloak makes you immune to damage from environmental sandstorms. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.